Hello. Hi to you guys watching the replay. Thank you for hanging with me. You might want to skip the next minute or so while I say hello to everybody and get to the good stuff. Right, just sticking my phone up on the screen because I hate it when sometimes I go live and I'm sticking my phone up to the screen and then it just falls off. So there we are stuck to the screen. Okay, we're good. So it's Thursday, it's like Friday Eve right now. It's Thursday night here in the UK, almost 9 p.m. pretty much, and it's been a really slow day for me today. It's been a nice easy slow pace. We were at a funeral yesterday, and so today we're all feeling a little bit like emotionally lower vibe, so it was nice to be able to just kind of take it a little bit slow and steady. I'm just checking that I'm live on my page because I want to be live on my page. So if you're here, say hi because I'd love to know that you're here. Just checking. That would be me. Yeah, there we are. Okay, cool. I don't see... Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, cool. So I have a bunch of stuff I want to share with you, and I wanted to share this earlier. Hi Cheryl, I hope that you got my reply to your message because I saw your message when I was offline and I forgot to turn it to off, so I apologize. I hope you got my reply. I think it went to your email, but let me know if you didn't get it and I'll send it through to you again. So I'm in like a complete bliss state. I can't even remember what I titled this. So finding your way back to your flow. That's right. So here's the thing. When you're in the flow state, and firstly, I don't know if we need to talk about what the flow state is, but we'll touch on that in a minute. And I've talked about this a lot in the past. And when I used to be very active on Periscope, I used to talk about it all the time. But when you're in your flow state, you're just in the place where, you know, if you imagine yourself in a river that's just trickling down the stream, it's like you found your place in the stream and you just pick your feet up and let it carry you. There's no resistance. You're just going at your natural pace. Everything feels amazing. It's no effort on your part to float. You don't have to swim. You're not banging into things. You're just literally going with the flow, okay? When we stay still, when we put our feet down, when we hold on to things, then we block the flow. And the flow state is diverted or slowed or whatever it is. It all eases off. It keeps looking like I've got low connection, so hopefully we will continue to be live. So flow state is something that's really important to me, and it should be important to you too. I don't know if it's something that everybody talks about, but it's definitely something that, like, for me, when I'm not in the flow state, everything's really hard work. Like, everything feels heavy. Everything's like, oh, I've got to go and do this thing. Oh, I've got to go and do this other thing. Hey, Gabby. Oh, my goodness. I'm so glad. That was amazing. The Green Book thing was amazing. We need to tell people about this. I did a reading for Gabby this morning, and we came out with the most... It was like an intuitive reading. And I was describing this green thing, this big heavy green thing that she was using at the moment, and I was talking about this green thing and how she was talking about taking on her trip, but it might be too big. And the message I had for her was that she'd be able to find a way to take a sort of like something that reminded her of the big green thing without having to take the whole big green thing. And then Gabby turned her camera on to tell me that she had this massive green book, and it's called The Green Book, and yeah, she's learning a new language and it's all lessons in there. And then for her trip she's got this tiny little version of The Green Book, and it was crazy because there's no way I could have known that before. So that was very cool. So the flow state is very important to me. It's something that when I'm not in it, as I say, everything just feels like a grind. It's like going uphill. It's just way harder work than it needs to be. And so I seek out the flow state wherever possible, and it's not always easy to find it. So I just wanted to talk about, you know, finding your way back to the flow state when you have kind of slammed the brakes on. And we slam the brakes on for ourselves sometimes. Other times the circumstances that we're in enforce the brakes to be slammed on. Other times we just find ourselves out of alignment with where we're trying to go. And when any of those things happen, we need to tune into the way that we are good at getting back to the flow state. And that's different for everybody. Like for me, it might be that I like listening to music, or I like getting into nature. I love it when I have a feedback loop, and I talk about the feedback that I feel like it's a whole other live stream. But the feedback loop is so important. When we're putting stuff out all the time and we don't get anything back, it's kind of like, a void in the energy that's flowing. It's like the energy's going out, but it's not being directed back again. And then as soon as we get one person that redirects the energy back to us, it's like, yes, the feedback loop is closed. We're going round, everything can flow and keep streaming round and round and round. And all of a sudden, the flow state is on hyper speed. And so that's what's happened to me at the moment, because I have put out my bootcamp offer, which is my finest moment by far in my business. I have put the link above this video, which is businessbeyondbelief.com/bootcamp. So if you have not checked that out, you absolutely should. And I just love it. I absolutely love the zone that I'm in, because what's happening is the people who are joining are like, oh, I've been waiting for something like this. I've been looking for something like this. It feels great. This is exactly what I needed. And that just feels awesome when you're doing that. And somebody else said to me in an email, like, oh my goodness, I didn't even read the sales page. I knew I was in, and this was a no-brainer offer. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted to create. And it's what I've managed to create. So I'm very excited about that. And so because I'm in that kind of bliss bubble, I'm like having a love affair with my clients, the dream clients who are like, yeah, I know this is for me. And that's the thing. It's like, you really want to trust that the people who it's for know it's for them. It's like you call them out, like, and you're not doing, again, when you're in flow state, you're not like, how can I call out my dream clients? It's not about purposely planning to call them out. It's about you really being you. And then when you really tune into that and you are in the flow state, anything that comes out of your mouth or fingertips, if you're writing digital stuff, is coming from that flow state place, and your dream clients can't resist it, because they're like, oh, they can detect that you're in your zone and they want to be in that zone with you. So as soon as you can get into the slipstream, and there are so many ways of getting in there if you're not in there right now, then that's how it happens, and you just become magnetic. And I'm so there right now, like literally I'm having a love affair. My little group for my bootcamp people, my bootcamp members, is just overflowing with feel good factor. And we're only just getting started. So I'm very excited about it. And it was the perfect opportunity to just come in here and give you the reminder that, you know, it's okay to slip out of your flow state. It's okay to even not know what that feels like. I don't know if, you know, perhaps you don't even know what it feels like if you've been pushing so hard and you're like, I'm just going to spend 2 more hours at my desk. I'm just going to do this one other thing. I'm just going to keep doing, because if I keep doing the work, then the stuff's all going to click into place. And sometimes it's different to that. Sometimes actually what we need to do is put everything down and walk away, get an early night, go for a walk, go out for lunch with our family or our friends. Just do something that really breaks the cycle, because when you break the pattern, then the energy is disrupted. So you have to change how you're doing things, and then it allows, it's like you just break everything up into little pieces, throw them up on the air, and it all comes back down and just lands perfectly. And it's just like really simple things that break the vortex that you're in. And today I'm just in like, I can't stop smiling mode. Honestly, I just feel so lucky, so grateful that, you know, I really sat. So the boot camp that is open just now, and I'll talk about that in a moment, I really knew that boot camp wasn't going to be just, I didn't want to do an isolated flash in the pan experience for people. So boot camp is something that's going to run all the way through March, and it's going to be a condensed, intensive experience for everybody who takes part, where we're going to literally show up daily. It's going to be enough that you can handle it. It's not going to be like so much that you can't cope with all the information, but it's going to be a really great accelerator for getting your business on track for where you need it to be, for being able to click your fingers and get back into flow state, and for being amongst a group of people who are all doing the same thing. So what happens at the end of boot camp, and this is the offer that is on the page, and I would love you to check the page out because I did something super cool with my video, which I would love you to let me know what you think of it. The link is above the video. And I made the offer of boot camp by itself. But then I was really aware there was something else still lurking in me and I couldn't get what it was. And over the weekend I was able to just kind of sit back and let it drop in. And it was like it just landed in my lap. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a year-long thing. Like, I want to do boot camp as the accelerator all the way through March. I want to show up. I want to have group calls. I want to do all this stuff. I'm very excited about that. I know it's going to serve so many people. But what I wanted to do was to create a big container so that after people have been through boot camp, they could stay in the feel-good factor. Because I don't like that thing where, like, you know, you do the big whipping it up everybody into a frenzy, everybody feels amazing, and then you just go, okay, cool, it's over now. You've had your calls and off you go on your way. See you later. So what we've done is opened the doors to boot camp plus the Clubhouse. And this is the thing that I'm just so excited about. And Clubhouse is the perfect companion because it's almost like you graduate from boot camp into Clubhouse and then you get a whole year at least. I mean, you can just go as long as you want to go, but when you sign up for boot camp with Clubhouse, you get Clubhouse for a whole year. And then after that, you can just choose how long you want to stay for, or you can leave. It's up to you. But it's very exciting and it's low cost, low entry. It's not one, I'm not creating something that's going to be like a big 5-figure price tag. It's not even a 4-figure price tag. It is well under $1,000 for the whole year of support. And it's a no-brainer offer. And it didn't come from what no-brainer offer can I make? It came from allowing what needed to be created to come through. And that was because I was in the flow state, because I came off the back of my challenge. I was absolutely pumped because the energy in the group was high. And I was like, oh. And so I'm bouncing around in the group and I'm like, oh my God, I just feel so lucky that I get to hang out in there. It's like hanging out with my buddies and it's my business. So how lucky am I? And I was thinking back to my teaching days, and while I loved teaching, don't get me wrong, I didn't love not being in control of my own timetable. And after Ellen was born, I really didn't want to have to not be able to pick her up from school every day when she grew up. And I wanted to never miss her assemblies or show and tell or an award presentation. I wanted to be able to choose to be there for all of those things. And so by creating my own business, that's what I've been able to do. And finding my way back to flow has, every time without fail when I can do that, everything goes through the roof. So I'm very, very, very excited about the future for Business Beyond Belief, about boot camp, and I really want you to go and check it out. The link is above. It's open until Monday, so you have until Monday to go and check that out and see if you want to join us. And just the feedback loop. The feedback loop is so important, and I think people really underestimate it. I'm just clicking to check because I don't see any comments or anything coming in, and I think you guys, there's some of you here, so I think my comments, oh, there's me doubling up. Say hi if you're here so I can tell if it says that people are here, but I don't seem to be getting any information through. So yes, so I'm very excited. Everything feels awesome. I wanted to share it with you guys. If you are struggling to find, oh, hi Megan. Is it Megan or Megan? Let me know, because I don't like it to be the person that pronounces people's names wrong. If you don't know how to get to flow state, if you don't know what that feels like, just think of a time where you were just kind of in your zone. I immediately then thought about myself on a sun lounger, soaking up the sun, kids playing in the pool, everybody's happy, everybody's in their absolute bliss. Like meh. So like Megan. I love that. Not Megan. That's a really good, I love that. Thank you. So yeah, just think about that time where you're in that zone where everything just feels perfectly balanced. Everybody's happy. There's no pressures. There's no time pressures. There's no money worry. There's no urgency. Everything's just like, oh, I am so loving this moment and I am so happy and I'm so lucky to be here. Think about that feeling and how can you create or find that feeling. It's not about creating, it's about how can you tap into that feeling. And the hardest time to do it is when you're feeling stressed or when you have worries or pressures. So this is about practicing and just trusting that you can get back there as quickly as you want to. So tap into that feeling. Remember, if you're fighting against the flow, that means you're either standing still because you're frozen from fear or panic or not sure what to do. Make a decision and take some action, and that is the equivalent of just getting in the water and picking your feet up and letting the water carry you. Take some action. It doesn't have to be big action, but just do something, get some forward motion, and then allow the flow to guide the rest. Okay, and that's what happened to me after the challenge last week, and it's freaking awesome. I love it so much. So yes, oh my goodness, so many exciting things happening, so many exciting conversations, and I just feel very, very fortunate. So I'm super grateful for all of you guys and for all of the support and all the enthusiasm. And I would love to see you. If you go to that page, go to the bootcamp page, check it out. If you know it's for you, you do need to take action. I heard Gary Vee today say that we've all become students instead of entrepreneurs. That is so true. I don't want that. That is so true. And that's exactly why I created bootcamp, because you already have all you need. You already have all you need. And this is the important thing. And I've just learned this lesson myself again. I was like, oh, I need to invest in this thing, and I need to invest in something, and I need another course, and I need another blueprint. And it's not about those things. It's not about learning how to do business from somebody else who's already done it. It's about tapping into you, your absolute essence. And if you are, I really do believe that people either are or aren't entrepreneurs. I was just talking to somebody about this morning. I can't remember who. I think I was, my nails lady. Because you can't see, because the light is funny. You can't see the colour. My nails match my sales page, which is just amazing. But you either are or aren't an entrepreneur. I really do believe that. And if you are an entrepreneur, then you can trust that you will always have motion. You will always have the confirmation that you need that you're taking the right decisions. And as long as you're taking action, you're doing something right. Because what happens is when we don't take action, nothing can happen. And I felt today, like, because I'd kind of had an easy day today, I was like, I just need to connect with my audience. I need to go live. I need to just be, in contact. I need to touch down and ground with my business in some way. And that's why I wanted to come in here and share with you guys, because I always feel awesome. Again, it's the feedback loop. It's all about the feedback loop. So yes, take some action. Megan, take some action. Whatever it is, you're here. You've heard the message twice today. You've heard me say it. You've heard Gary Vee say it. It's time to take some action. You just know what you need to do. It's time to go and do it. But if you guys check out the page for bootcamp, and if you are looking at it going, oh my God, this sounds like something that, just gut check on it. And I say that in the video. If your instant reaction is yes, then just come in. Okay, there's no risk involved for you. It is just going to be an awesome group of people, awesome energy, and everybody supporting each other to go and be an entrepreneur. That is exactly what it's about. And I'm so grateful that you were here, Megan, to remind me of that Gary Vee statement. I love that. I do love that. So I'm going to leave you on that note. I am going to bed early. It's 9:15. I'm super tired and I'm going to get an early night. But I'd love to welcome you into bootcamp if you feel like you're fit. And I will see you all tomorrow. Happy Friday Eve. Bye for now.